The baccarat, she thought with a little frisson of heat. Freshen that. No longer calm and smooth, not nearly pleasant, the words slapped out at her. I spend my day with my hands inside a human being, saving lives, and come home to an empty house? I'm sorry, Sorry? He grabbed her arm, twisting as he slammed her back against the counter. You're sorry you couldn't be bothered to be home? Sorry you frittered away the day and my money having lunch, shopping, gossiping with those idiot bitches while I spent 6 hours in the OR? Her breath began to hitch, her heart to pound. I didn't know you'd be home early. If you'd called me, I would have come straight home. Now I have to report to you? She barely heard the rest of the words that hammered at her. Ungrateful, respect, duty. But she knew that look, that avenging angel look. The dark blonde hair, perfectly groomed, the smooth, handsome face suffused with angry color. The rage in those bright blue eyes, so cold, so cold. The frisson of heat became electric snaps. It was on the calendar. Her voice rose in pitch. I told you only this morning. Do you think I have time to check your ridiculous calendar? You will be home when I walk in the door. Do you understand me? He slammed her against the counter again, shooting a jolt of pain up her spine. I'm responsible for everything you have. This home, the clothes on your back, the food you eat. I pay for someone to cook, to clean, so you can be available to me when I say. So you damn well will be home when I walk in the door. You'll damn well spread your legs when I want to fuck you. To prove it, he rammed his erection against her. She slapped him. Even knowing what was coming, maybe because of what was coming, she slapped him. And that rage went from cold to hot. His lips peeled back. He plowed his fist into her midsection. He never hit her in the face. At 14, Zane Bigelow's heart and soul centered on baseball. He liked girls. He liked looking at naked girls once his pal Micah showed him how to bypass the parental controls on his computer. But baseball still ranked number 1. Numero uno. Tall for his age, gangly with it, he longed to get through school, be discovered by a scout for the Baltimore Orioles. He'd settle for any American League team, but that was his number 1 pick. Totally numero uno. He'd play shortstop. The amazing Cal Ripken would have retired by then. Besides, Iron Man Ripken was back at third. This comprised Zane's ambitions. And actually seeing a naked girl in the, flesh. Nobody in the world could have been happier than Zane Bigelow as Mrs. Carter, Micah's mom, drove the carpool gang home in her Lexus SUV. Even if she had Cher singing about life after love playing. He didn't have a passion for cars, yet, just a young male's innate knowledge. And he preferred rap, not that he could play it in the house. But even with Cher singing, his sister and the other 2 girls squealing about Christmas, Micah deep into Donkey Kong on his Game Boy, Micah's desperate Christmas wish was the new Game Boy Color, Zane hit the highest note on the happy scale. No school for 10 whole days. Even the prospect of being pushed into skiing, not his favorite sport, especially when his father kept pointing out his little sister skied rings around him, couldn't dampen his mood. No math. 10 days. He hated math like he hated spinach salad, which was a lot. Mrs. Carter pulled over to let Cecile Marlborough out. There was the usual shuffling, hauling of backpacks, the high-pitched squeal of girls. They all had to hug because Christmas vacation. Sometimes they had to hug because it was like Tuesday or whatever. He'd never get it. Everybody called out Merry Christmas. They'd called out Happy Holidays when dropping Pete Green off because he was Jewish.